All right. Severe thunderstorm watch for Rutherford County. And you can see that scrolling at the bottom of the screen. That's until 6 o'clock this evening. And you can see rain storms to the south and west of Rutherford County. And here we are with the radar pulled up here for you. I've outlined Rutherford County, and within that outline, you can see what would we call that? Yellow, a yellow outline. And this is really mainly the reason to pop on here because there are so many activities. This is the Smyrna Airport. This is where the Great American Air Show is going on today. About 10,000 people have funneled into this area, and we've got rain to the west. Also, this is the part of the line, thankfully, that we're not seeing extreme lightning, thunder, storm activity. Okay. I'm actually going to use two different pin products here so I can keep the county outlined here. So we've got Rutherford County outlined so we can see what's going on. And we have the air show area outlined there in Smyrna. So thankfully, this activity here, there's not much lightning or really anything there from Spring Hill to Santa Fe, Franklin. So that's good news. So let's back out here and just give you a little bit of a wider view. To the south, though, that's a much different story. Let's put things into motion. A strong storm coming through Mount Pleasant and Lewisburg. It's knocking on the door of southern Rutherford County. Lightning, thunder, winds of possibly up to 40 miles an hour with this. And in the last frame, you can see that over toward Winchester, a severe thunderstorm warning has popped up. So this is really just started to become strong in the southern portions of the county. It has been the entire time down in Mississippi and now in Alabama. This is kind of the thinking for today. Honestly, the thinking was south of I-40, and we're talking a matter of 20, 30, 40 miles. And this is going to skirt the southern parts of Rutherford County, I think. This strong storm, again, capable of putting down 40-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some small hail. Thankfully, for North Rutherford County and the Smyrna area, it doesn't look like this big batch of storms is going to make its way in there. How will that affect the air show? Not sure. But I do know with 10,000 people there and probably looking to the sky and thinking, man, it's getting dark back there. How dark is it? Well, this is looking off to the Smyrna area from Siegel. So that's kind of an idea of what's happening there. So not a whole lot going on. Strong storm, maybe to the southwest. I did see several questions on social media about, well, what about this and what about that? And we've got ball games this afternoon. I mean, even if you're not among the 10,000 at the air show, there is so much going on. And so that's why I kind of wanted to pop the radar up here. Nothing severe right now. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. Not expecting tornadoes today. Right now, the environment that we're in and what we're seeing from the storms, even the very, 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 very low chance doesn't look very good right now. The severe thunderstorm watch has a 70% chance of winds somewhere within this watch area. And that's kind of what we're seeing. The winds kind of popping up here. Hail is about 40%, tornado 20%. And even now, it's just not progressing. So just to kind of let you know, where the storms are much stronger this afternoon down in Alabama, there has not been one tornado warning with any of that. So definitely some good news. Doesn't mean that things can't change, but that's our case right now. So the strong thunderstorm from Chapel Hill, Lewisburg, Shelbyville is slowly migrating in our direction. This is going to skirt the southern parts of the county. Okay. See some more cells beginning to pop up. We're in the afternoon heat. 81 already. Let's see if yeah, 82 in some places here in the county, maybe 83. So let me get some idea of motion here. Had a little trouble getting on, and I'm not sure if it's one of my radar products that I use or not. I have had significant issues with it, which is why we're kind of exclusively using the WeatherWise here. Moving off to the east at 45, but that sure does look like it has more of a northeastward component, doesn't it? So I won't be able to show you necessarily times of arrival here, but let me go over to radar here on another computer, which I can't display. Okay. And I have not had this computer set up with this mode before, so here we go. Trying to give you the leading edge of this entire rain area. What did we say the speed was? I've already forgotten, trying to get that to work. East at 45. We're going to move it to the north and east. So expecting to see rain in the near term, about a half an hour in Murfreesboro from the southern end of this. Kittrell about 35 minutes. Leanna about 40. Smyrna about 41. Walter Hill 42. Mona 43. Jefferson Springs 44. Laverne a little over 45 minutes from now. And that's kind of taking this whole leading edge of the heavier rain. As you can see, as this area, around Franklin was moving toward the Smyrna airport, kind of lost a little bit of its punch. So hopefully the Blue Angels are doing their job and keeping the stormage out of there. So if we stop this, those times that I gave you are kind of for, pull out just a smidge, kind of for this leading edge. And I have it moving to the north and east, okay? So within the next half hour for sure, in southern parts of the county. And we can see it's already raining in Eagleville, Rockville, Versailles, Link, Cedar Grove. We'll see what the National Weather Service decides to do. This strongest part of this storm may skirt, with its current motion, may skirt the southern part of the county here. But right now, it's only a heavy thunderstorm. Really, the main reason, one of the questions that we had, let's see if I can do a search here. Whoops, I did a search for the wrong thing. Ooh, that took me way away. That's not what I wanted. Took me into another whole state. Country, actually. So we were talking about the Barfield Crescent area. There's the park. Someone was talking about, that they had ball games in that area. So certainly seeing some rain, and the heavier rain, maybe some thunder, lightning headed up that way. So any ball games that are going on could be affected. We're now getting rain at the Great American Air Show that's going on in Smyrna, but no lightning yet. And it's fairly light to moderate rain. It's in a pretty decent downpour along 840 from Blackman to Amilville. Here's a look at 840. Oh, they've got the camera moved for some type of accident out there. Where's that? Amilville, Blackman area. Don't know if we can see a whole lot here from our 24 at Sam Ridley. No. Here's maybe a look at that little storm that's coming in toward the Amilville area up 840. Still, and I say storm, there's no lightning with that, just really heavy downpours there. Some coming in toward Rocky Fork. So we're watching our southern end of the county for maybe some heavy thunderstorms. Northern part of the county right now, just kind of expecting some brief downpours. But in this entire view, well, there's one lightning strike right there in Spring Hill. But this entire portion here that we would be looking to move in the direction of Smyrna, downtown Murfreesboro, to the north and east. There's one lightning strike and there's another. So could it be building in some intensity? Maybe. Again, the orange outline or yellow outline, that's the Smyrna Airport where the air show is going on. About 10,000 people there or so watching. This is the last 30 minutes of the radar loop. And you can see this is definitely having a little bit of an east northeast component to the movement there. And a few little storms beginning to pop up and maybe maturing for eastern areas. So this severe thunderstorm watch goes for another 4 hours for us. They've just added one to West Tennessee as well. Let me pop over here and take a look at National Weather Service chat. And those storms down in Giles County are kind of getting their act together. don't have very long left on this special weather statement, 9 minutes. So we'll have to see if that is extended into southern Rutherford County and what that does. I do know what I was going to go look. See if there's anything on the air show socials. About an hour ago, I guess they kicked things off. So far, so good out there. Again, that's the area that we're looking at here in the yellow. That's the Smyrna Airport, surrounding areas. And that's the last 30 minutes. So definitely getting some rain there, but it looks like light rain at the moment. And hopefully stays that way. There's our little storm down in Chapel Hill that's racing toward the border and showing like we might have a little bit of some small hail popping up in that. Yeah, just a little. That's a little behind, I think. Just trying to do a little look here. If it is, it's going to be small. Definitely going to be some small hail, if any. And see, it's already gone from reflectivity. No, it's there, but very, very small. Along Eagleville Pike, actually. So a few claps of thunder south of Chapel Hill moving into Eagleville, Christiana. Again, none of this is severe. We're just kind of taking a leisurely stroll through just because, number one, there are so many things going on this weekend outside, and with so many people at the Smyrna Airport, just wanted to kind of keep everybody apprised of what's going on. So if you know someone that may be at the air show today, send them a link to this. If they want to pop on and just kind of keep a look at it, they can at least watch the radar there. Here's the last 30 minutes. We'll give it a minute or two here and see what the National Weather Service decides to do. Meanwhile, I'm going to pop off screen here and take a look at some things on the backside of this, and we'll continue to be updating here, but this is a storm update. I guess we can call it a storm update. Heavy thunderstorm just to the south, expecting here in the next 5 minutes something to happen, if anything. The National Weather Service drops this, that'll be a good indication that it's not really even a heavy thunderstorm. It's just a thunderstorm. But we'll see. We'll watch things, especially with so many things going on this afternoon. So hang with us here this afternoon on the Rutherford Weather Channel. So, as suspected, the special weather statement extended into southern parts of the Rutherford County area, and this is going to go for another 44 minutes. They have bumped up the wind probabilities to 50 miles per hour. The other special weather statement back here, I guess it's gone now. Well, that one says 55, but I think this one here said 40, but I'm not 100% sure. But regardless of that, anywhere from Link, Midland, Fosterville, Short Creek, Plainview, Big Springs, Gum, of course, Christiana, up toward Pleasant View, not quite to Floration under the special weather statement, which is really just, I guess, another way to put it, a heavy thunderstorm warning or a heavy thunderstorm occurring. It is a step down from a severe thunderstorm warning. The winds are not at 60 miles an hour, right? That is the big criteria, or, quarter size hail. Hail sizes here could be, quarter inch, mothball size. So that is our special weather statement. So if you have activities in the far southern portions of the county, and we were talking about Barfield and all the things going on out there in the Barfield Park area, Barfield Crescent Park, you're not under this special weather statement. It's just the very southern tip of the county. What's going on in Smyrna? That outlines the Smyrna Airport. In fact, let's see if I can pull this up here. Current conditions, well, this was at 1:56, so that was before the rain at the Smyrna Airport. That's KMQY is the Smyrna Airport, and they report directly to the National Weather Service current conditions every hour. Hop over here. If there are any questions about what's going on. Refresh there. Pull out, give you the larger view of Rutherford County. So roughly 231 to the west. Heavier rain there, except the northern extent. Hearing a rumble of thunder here from the Rutherford Weather Center. So trying to check out to see if you know somebody that is out there at the air show. Be sure to let them know that we've got radar pulled up here and going. They can pop in to see. But I'm not 100% sure what they do in the rain. I would think that if the rain's not too heavy, that they have smart people that watch that. But within this entire view, no lightning. Within that entire view right there. So that is some good news. The stronger storms are going to be, or the stronger, they're storms. The stronger thunder shower, maybe from Murfreesboro down to almost Gum. And then if we're going to have a heavy thunderstorm, going to be down toward Christiana Fosterville coming up here. Do want to kind of hone in here a little bit on the winds. It's not a whole lot there. Which is good news. Check it a little further back. Not a whole lot to see right here at the moment. Definitely going to see some heavy rain begin to come in. It's right over Midland now. Coming across the county line, Versailles Road at Newton. Link Versailles, you're up next. Let's see if I... So that leading line is right there on the county line. Do we have higher winds there? Not necessarily. The winds are going to get a little gusty. And you can see as we back out here, it is this area. Whoops. It is that area where we have some of the brighter colors showing up on our velocity, but not really up in the area outside of the special weather statement. So and again, greens. And if you look here, it's not the light blue or blue, but the greens are still on the lighter side. Once you start getting into the yellows and reds, those are higher rain rates. In fact, we can look and see the last 1 hour. And showing that it has rained a little bit, but not a lot. I mean, that's 1/10 of an inch. And storm total's not showing anything. All right, so what's happening there at the Smyrna Airport light right now? Good news. Why are we watching that? Well, that's where the Great Tennessee Air Show is taking place today. That's where the Great Tennessee Air Show is taking place today. About 10,000 people concentrated in Smyrna on top of our already higher population there. Looks like downtown Murfreesboro beginning to get into some of the heavier rain. So the watch continues. Nothing from the National Weather Service, although they are taking some counties out of the watch. And once this goes by, the watch will cancel. So another 3 hours left on the watch, but, well, it hasn't fallen off of the map yet. But Giles, Marshall, Lawrence, Lewis, Murray, Williamson, Hickman, Wayne, Perry, all out of the watch now. If you have an app that you get, maybe some alerts on and things of that nature, you probably got the thunderstorm watch reissued again. And the reason for that is they took some counties out. So left in the watch, of course, Rutherford, Bedford, DeKalb, Cannon, Warren, Grundy, Coffee, Van Buren, and White here in Middle Tennessee. So once Big Blob goes by and moves over this way, well, we're done. I had to nicely ask the dog to stop barking. So back in here to Rutherford County, and I've heard a rumble or two of thunder. I don't think I'm close enough by that where I live is kind of the turnaround area for the planes from the Smyrna airport in North Murfreesboro. So I hear them occasionally, and sometimes it maybe sounds like thunder, but I think I heard a couple of rumbles of thunder, and there's a lightning strike there, so certainly possible. But that's the only lightning strike in Rutherford County right now. So if some of you are out on ball fields, especially in the city of Murfreesboro, I know they have the lightning detector, so they'll take care of that for you. But the back edge of this rain is back toward Franklin and Spring Hill and Columbia already. So once we get this out of here, should be in really good shape. Just switching radars here just to kind of take a look. Just really not the potent system that it could have been, and not the potent system that it surely is down here in Alabama. We're on the very northern, tippy-tip northern part of this MCS, or mesoscale convective system, that's been going really since last night in Tulsa, Oklahoma and such. And this was going to be our severe weather possibilities for today. Now, some of the, before we sign off here, we'll talk about the rest of the evening and possibilities there. We're going to hang in here for a little bit. Once this gets out through the county, and at least another half an hour or so. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be here talking and yapping the entire time. Just going to kind of watch things from the background and pop back on with more information as we get it here. But watching the Smyrna airport right now looking pretty good. We may have, well, there's a lightning strike right here. Almost to the county line at Laverne. So I guess that's actually in Nashville. And so close to the airport. There at Smyrna. So with that being said, we'll just kind of watch things here again. But I guess my point is there is some additional moderate or heavier rainfall that will be moving in here in the next couple of minutes to the Smyrna airport area. So, and there was one lightning strike within that. So that's where our friends at the air show are visiting. Heavier thunderstorm is down here between, probably see the raindrops falling. It's pretty dark downtown, isn't it? The trees may be rustling just a little bit. Here's a view looking back off to the north from the courthouse. Not a whole lot of wind there. Siegel area looking off to Smyrna. Just a good general rain with maybe a rumble of thunder here or there. So not hugely overly concerned with things as it stands right now. With just so many activities going on this afternoon, this is not a normal stream, honestly. But I did have a lot of questions online about, what about this area this afternoon, especially after the watch was issued, and I knew about what was going on at the airport. So just wanted to be extra cautious with all of that. And with so many people that are out and about who maybe are catching us on their phone and keeping up with the weather, here it is. Here's your radar. And we'll continue to watch it here and pass along any information we get on the Rutherford Weather Channel. If you want to comment, you can do so, and I'll try to pick that up and answer your questions, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, X, or on Twitch. You're watching Rutherford Weather. Did just have Jennifer Zachary mention that it's whiteout sideways raining in Christiana right now. So that is where we're definitely getting the heaviest of the rain. Oops, actually watching that. So about to cross I-24 here, the heavy rain. This is what it looks like at Joe B. Jackson Parkway. So not too bad out there. Traffic still moving along. We'll keep watching it here from Rutherford Weather, but it's about to get pretty interesting along I-24 as the heavy rain moves through. Did just see a lightning strike there near the Smyrna Airport. Would have happened there along Center Street, just off of Jefferson Pike. So that's obviously very close to the airport there. Another just south of Laverne on Mason Road. There's the backside of the rain pushing in fast toward Nolensville. So not too much longer. We are seeing the possibility of maybe seeing some small hail here along Elam Mill Road, Rucker Road. South of there, Aldridge Drive, South Rucker Street. And this is even outside of our, along Elam Road, outside of our special weather statement. This could be just really heavy rain, but it could be some small hail with the rain. There's Barfield Crescent Park. Any hail would be very small and under severe criteria here. It's sideways, wide out, raining is the comment we had on the rain that's coming through. It's now pushed over the interstate over 24. Really between Highway 41 and State Route 99. Big clap of thunder here at the Hacienda, which has the dogs going bananas. That's just all part of it here, right? So really from downtown Murfreesboro south, heavy rain. The entire county is in some rain right now. But the good news is where we have 10,000 plus people at the Smyrna Airport, the rain not as heavy there. A few pockets of heavier rain. And our lightning strikes much lower there than they are here in the south of the county, but I don't see a lightning strike within the entire county right now, which is a good thing. Down in Bedford County, yes. Continuing to watch things here for a little longer here on the Rutherford Weather Channel. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to our afternoon. We'll see what's going on here in the next 20 minutes or so. Stay with us. Just pop on here. Not a whole lot going on. See several folks checking in just to see what's going on with the rain. Heaviest rain is really from Murfreesboro, southeastern corner of the county. And much of the heaviest stuff is pushed out of our special weather statement here, honestly. Coming up on the John Bragg Highway, Highway 70S. Around 24. few rumbles of thunder here in North Rutherford County. Any of you who live here may be seeing that. Like Coach King, saw him pop up here a second ago. Had a conversation with Josh Houston, Coach King, about you, and that you are a fan. I learned everything in your math algebra class that I know. There's the Smyrna Airport outlined in the yellow. The reason why we're interested there, of course, the Smyrna Air Show, and the back edge of the rain coming up toward Laverne. So we're just a little bit away from being done with the rain here at the Smyrna Airport. Now, I'm not sure with cloud cover and all that kind of thing what the procedure is to continue on with the air show. Lightning, not showing any lightning within the last scan of the radar here, so that's good. And certainly the heaviest of the rain falling right now, coming up on Floration. If you're in Pleasant View, Dilton Mankin Road area, Twin Springs, Tulip Hill Estates, coming up on Kittrell and the John Bragg Highway. That is our heaviest rainfall right now. But again, no lightning in there. There are a few purple specks coming up here. That could be heavier rain, or it could be some small hail, kind of giving us an indication that it's heavier rain, if that makes sense. So this could all be heavy rain, and those purples showing maybe some very small hail at times. And the fact that they're there and then they disappear and then they pop up in other areas kind of indicates when storms just start releasing some of their small hail. So maybe getting a little bit of that in Pleasant View. The special weather statement for another 14 minutes did highlight the possibility of up to quarter-inch hail. I would say this is P's or less, and that's quarter-inch, right? If we're getting any there. Wind gust up to 50. I haven't really shown a lot of the velocity here because the winds just have not been overly impressive. So, winds there on the backside, but just not a whole lot to get interested about, honestly, there. Getting closer to being rain-free at the Smyrna Airport here. So another few minutes as we continue watching here on the Rutherford Weather Channel. Go ahead and loop the radar once again and stay with it here for another few minutes. Once we get it out of the county, we can get everything that was going on outside, outdoors, back up and going, hopefully, here in short order. We are seeing the lightning pick up just a little bit here on the last radar scan. I actually heard some of this, actually. Over near the Murfreesboro Airport, out toward Compton Road. A couple of lightning strikes with the thunder shower coming through. Between Double Springs and Twin Springs. Isn't that the same thing? Twin and double? Never thought about that. Smyrna Airport, that's what we have outlined here in yellow. And rain just about out of there. Another couple of minutes. And just so you know, looking back toward the west, nothing there. This is a look at the Memphis radar. Maybe a few light rain showers there, but I don't think so. Yeah. So right now, this heavy rain pushing on in to Kittrell, Reedyville, Floration. This is not even a special weather statement for a heavy thunderstorm for you. This one is going to end in 7 minutes, and this portion of it is going to be out of there. Did get a report down in southeastern Bedford County of 50 to 50 mile per hour winds. That's why they are under, is it around Normandy Lake. So that's why they are under this special weather statement too. It takes 60 mile per hour winds to be severe. Well, they did put that under a severe down here, right? Yep. So just south of Rutherford County, over toward McMinnville. So this line is picking up some steam. It's pretty heavy down here in Alabama too, so it's kind of a white knuckle ride down 65 if you're coming back from the beach today. But it's soon to be out of our hair, which is what we're concerned about, right? Just another couple of minutes here. We'll have this out of here. The air show can resume. Hopefully ball games can resume. Hopefully the fields aren't too wet. But where it rained in the southern end of the county, it was some pretty good rainfall. About a half an inch. Yep, anywhere in green is going to be about a half an inch of rain. About a quarter inch of rain in the lighter blue areas. So we can certainly see where the heavier rain has fallen just south of town between Murfreesboro and Christiana. That would be south of Eagleville. So, and honestly, up here in Smyrna, this is the airport, maybe a tenth of an inch of rain. So very light rain fallen here in the last hour, according to our radar estimates here. And it's not raining over most of the Smyrna airport right now, as a matter of fact. That's what's outlined here. Whoops, I gotta try to pull it over here. That's what's outlined here in the yellow. What's outlined in the white is Rutherford County. So between Floration and Kittrell, out toward John Bragg Highway to Reedyville and over into Cannon County. That's where we have our strongest stormage going on. And a little further, well, just east, Prater Hill, getting over toward the county line. Those are going to be our two areas, and otherwise light rain continuing, and as it pushes off further to the east. Not going to stick with it much longer here, but I guess until this special weather statement, we'll give it another 5 minutes and kind of go from there here as you continue to watch the Rutherford Weather Channel. And just like that, our special weather statement is done. It wasn't reissued for Woodbury. You know, some folks there. It's some pretty decent rain for sure. Let me stop the radar here. And kind of pull this back so see the entire county. So the rain is done in Laverne and Smyrna, most of Smyrna. The outline there is the Smyrna Airport, so done. Very light rain on the backside. So really from 231 to the east is where our heavier rain is going to be, and it'll be out of here in just a few. So it won't be long before things will be able to resume. And I'll know shortly here at my place, because again, this is kind of a turnaround for most of the planes that are performing at the air show, but that's Smyrna Airport there. We'll keep rocking here with it for just a little bit. Get it on out of the county at least, right? This is something else I did want to show you real quick. This is, we had it level 3 out of 5 for severe weather. That's now been updated just a few minutes ago to a level 2 out of 5, and it's a 1 out of 5 marginal. So it kind of splits the county. Once this is out of here, I don't think we've got any more trouble. But if you do know some folks that live in southeastern middle Tennessee, southeastern Tennessee, I guess we'll go with that, Chattanooga, Cleveland, Athens, there is still a pretty good chance of some storms down there. But once we overlay the radar back here, you'll see that we're in pretty good shape. Still some moderate rain falling in downtown. Of course, the camera would do that immediately. But in the Siegel area, much lighter here, but still falling. Going to have that for a little bit. But I think that's going to wrap us up here on the Rutherford Weather Channel. No special weather statement. 2 lightning strikes in the county here in the last 10 minutes. And the big deal that was today, the 10,000 people at the Smyrna Airport were good. It was one of the bigger reasons, and then we got that special weather statement, and of course have the southern third of our county with some very, very heavy rain. But I think that will wrap us up here on Rutherford Weather. Sending our best out to meteorologist Justin Bailey. Had a little trouble fishing this morning, and it's in recovery mode here for a day or 2 or 3, but he's going to be just fine. But do send some well wishes his way. And that's going to wrap us up. We never had a severe thunderstorm warning, which is good. That didn't activate our partnership with our weatherology meteorologist for the weekend, so you just had me and cameras here for a little bit. But thanks for being with us here for the last hour 15 minutes. And if you enjoy what we do, help us out. If you haven't liked the stream yet, like it, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way when we go on, it'll pop up and say Rutherford Weather's live, and you'll know. You can pop right in. And if you would also do us a favor and share this, tell all of your Rutherford County friends that Rutherford Weather pops on, gives you updates on what's going on right here in the 618 square miles that we call home, Rutherford County. Help us out. Keep it going. I'm Bryan Barrett. Have a great Saturday, a great weekend. Tomorrow's Day 2 outlook. General storms. We could have a thunderstorm or 2, some rain, but nothing expected to be on the severe side. So even more good news, right? Have a great day, great weekend. Stay with Rutherford Weather.